What's up, guys? It's Nick from DMG Lacrosse, and I got a whole bunch of stuff to show you. Apologies if I sound a little bit tired. I've been downstairs making mesh all day today, and it's been cool. A lot of people have been getting on the Type 3 mesh, which is really great, and I'm glad to see that some of the people that I was able to extend a free piece in their orders last week got a chance to give that out to, or let a few other people try it out. It's become more and more popular. Every other day when I get a new order, instead of one piece of Type 3, usually start seeing 4 or 5, sometimes 10, 15, and it's cool. And it's nice to give a good product to good people. So, but without further ado, I got some stuff on the floor, which obviously I do all the time, and I'm just gonna do one by one. So yeah, had two different customers order some customs this week, and these had to let them dry a little bit more. I couldn't coat them today. Probably coat them in a little while, maybe around midnight. But anyways, I got the Volt and Black Candy Cane piece, which is very, very bright. I can't even stare at this for more than 10 seconds without having to see what do you call it? Shots of it on the wall, almost like you're staring into the sun for so long, and you look around and you start seeing spots. And that's exactly what happens to this. Is I stare at it for 10 seconds, and it's, I can see it projected on the wall, which isn't good for my eyes because my eyes are starting to get bad. I might need glasses, so I don't know. But I did some striker. This one's going out. Did a UNC themed piece, which was cool. And these things look pretty rad when they're on a stick, especially when they're strung correctly, properly, and on a cool stick. So, you guys know what this is, stretched out, so I don't really have to do that. But yeah, I also took the Nas stringing that I had off of this. For some reason, I guess I've been having bad luck with Nas stringings lately. Every time I try to find a good pocket, it just never ends up working. So if you guys can help me with some patterns or with some ideas on what you think, maybe a traditional should just go in this. I don't know. But the one thing that I do like about this is that ever since the No Nas release of the Snoz, Nas, No Nas, whatever you want to call it, they all have logos at the top. And this is one of the only ones that doesn't. And you can tell that it's a No Nas by when you put it on the scale. It weighs in exactly 6 ounces. So that's how you know. I might be trading this head, I might be selling it, but I'm not too sure. If you have an offer, if you have something up, let me know. I knew I did throw something up on Instagram lately related to a Notre Dame H2 shaft. I got contacted by a guy in Germany who apparently picked one up by Billy Bitter at the Maverick HQ, and trying to work to get that shaft. Only problem is that the H2s were kind of notorious for the graphics coming off pretty easily, just how they're laid on. But I don't know, it should be cool. Hopefully I'll get that shaft and add it to the collection. I got a cool head that will be going on it. Got to get something custom dyed and strung and do all the work myself. And I really like Notre Dame, so yeah. But I did find out that they did make 2 versions of the H2 custom Notre Dame shaft. If you guys go on and Google the Notre Dame H2, you'll find that the Maverick logo is in white and it just says ND at the bottom. But if you also look at the IL Gear issue, if you type in IL Gear Notre Dame shaft, it's a gold shaft with the Maverick logo being in blue, navy blue. It has an ND at the bottom, and it also says Irish. So that is the one that I am looking for. Anybody has one of those, let me know. I'll pick it up off you, and we'll figure something out. But yeah, other than that, reason why I got this old shaft on the ground is this shaft was on my trusty OG blade for the longest time, and I haven't really used. I use the shaft a bunch. That's why it has a bunch of tape residue and dirt and all that stuff on it. But I have not used the blade at all. It's always been a wall piece, and I decided since the departure of Paul Rabil to the Lizards from the Cannons. Wow, I cannot say enough stuff about that. I don't know how it's going to pan out. Hopefully, I wish the guy well. He did a great thing in Boston. I live in Boston, so it's kind of cool. It was awesome to see him play, but it was always kind of troubling. I mean, watching the team lose and kind of just all the focus just being on one player when it should be a whole like team effort. And there's a lot of underrated guys on the Cannon roster, which should get more credit. But I think it could play two ways. It could play in the Lizards' favor, which means that they get obviously Paul Rabil. They have Rob Pennell, Jojo Marasco, and Ned Crotty on their attack line. And how can you? Well, Paul Rabil plays midfield, but he's an offensive guy. And yeah, it's just really cool to see all those guys all on one team. But the thing that also troubles me is that when I saw the Bayhawks make the move last year or the year before, when they added Brendan Mundorf and got rid of John Grant Jr. and added Pete Poulion, I was under the assumption, I'm like, geez, well, they have so many veterans, so many stacked players. How is this going to pan out? And they were in last place last year. So it really doesn't matter who you have as long as the chemistry's there. So I don't really have to tell you guys about that. But I have a funny feeling next year Ohio's going to do some good stuff. Obviously, the Lizards going to do some good stuff. And I'd like to see what happens also in college with Lyle Thompson, Matt Cavanaugh. I'm going to be following those guys. As well as the other team, the Rattlers. They think they deserve to go back to another championship contention. And I've also heard on the wire, I don't follow it well. I follow it all the time. What am I saying? Who went out west? I think it was Jeff Snyder. Or was it Jeff Snyder? Somebody went out to the Outlaws, a big name guy. I forget what it is, but anyways, I don't want to make this video way too long. But the reason why I got the tape out here is because, as you guys knew, on the blade when I showed it to you in previous occasions, I had it taped up all the way through the throat. So I gotta take like an inch, a quarter inch, and rip that down and retape it. But you guys want to see the blade? I posted it on Instagram. Hopefully you guys saw it at DMG18T, and here it is. So the OG blade, fresh with, well, on the Epoch Dragonfly C30 shaft, and it is fresh with Type 3 DMG mesh. I decided to do a Lizards theme because when I looked at the stick, when I took the mesh off, it had, well, obviously the old mesh was, Carolina and blue, and now being in the winter, that's not really winter colors. But anyways, I put the Paul Rabil ball stop on this a long time ago, and I said to myself, Rabil's going to the Lizards, and I got to do a new string job on this. Why not do it with Type 3 mesh and make it look really sweet? So, yeah, that's the blade. I put 2 straights on it, 1 nylon, and just a 3-string triangle top string. More of like a bag, not really much of a defined pocket, but nonetheless, you got a channel. But nonetheless, looks really great on the Dragonfly. Wish I could have some better shots of this, but maybe one day I'll get a white screen in the background and do something really cool. But yeah, let me put it on the. Excuse me for a second. Let me put it on the thing right here, and I'll give you a long shot of it because it just looks so cool. I love it to death. It's definitely my favorite stick, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. So there it is, factory black OG blade, and as you guys know, they do carry more value than the white blades because for a number of reasons. I like it in high school. The black blades, to me, flexed a little bit more and were less prone to breaking, and as well as they don't come out yellow after 5 years of use. I like the factory black blades only for the fact that they don't really have them anymore, and I just like black heads, black shafts, black heads, black shafts. So I don't know. I also was told by some of the other Fogos that in the summer they get really flimsy. So the more flimsy it gets, the more or less prone to breakage it gets. And I did have a white one that I did dye black about a year ago, and I remember I took so many face-offs and draws with that that it just became so flimsy, and it just wrapped around the ball, and I had to keep deflaring it and all that other stuff. But yeah, one of the other reasons why I actually did some other work to this, it actually, I couldn't even fit my fist inside of it, rather a ball. So I baked it up a little bit and put a piece of metal inside of the throat, put it in the freezer overnight, and it actually deflared. Actually, it widened out the area, surface area in the middle, so that it was evenly all the way down to the bottom, and I could actually, if I wanted to pass and just shoot with it, I could. If somebody does want the pattern to the stick, it's very easy. Give it to you. Do the chop string on the top hole. Second hole, you start, because there's 4 holes on the top, and then it separates to 1 hole. So you do your top string on the first hole. Second hole, wrap around, start, skip, SI, and then you do another SI all the way down where here is. You do another 1 SI. That's a 1 into a stacked SI. SI, SI, and then you tie it off all the way to the bottom. And the bottom string is just whatever. Just pull it through and just did a regular bottom string. But yeah, I'm glad that Paul Rabil is going to the Lizards. You know, it'll be something cool. Always good to see, you know, new things happening, and you know, who knows what could make of it. I wish maybe they'll go to the championships next year and do something cool, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, I gotta take this off the off the Dragonfly, so I can put the Hawk back on and put just the regular black shaft back on it. Maybe I'll end up having to grab a Crypto Pro to put on it, but just to make it look snazzy. But because I did sell my OG Titanium Pro, and always wanted a black on black shaft, so black on black looks good. So, but yeah, so a few more views of it, because I know you guys have seen this millions and millions of times, and blades all kinds of times. So yeah, it's on the like I said before, the C30, which I really love, and of course it's still got a fresh nice roll of tape on it, which I might do another ring of it, who knows. But yeah, so put that back down and give you a few more shots of it. Oh, just messed up the mesh, but yeah. Oh, Fogos, I've been getting this question a lot. Fogos kept asking me, is a mesh good for face-offs? And it is yes, because it gets very soft. I don't have a ball to test, but tape, boom, goes right down. That was just tape, but I mean the stuff just completely goes right in and comes back out. So yeah, ugh, no, I just ruined it. Hold on a second. But yeah, there we go, back to new. And yeah, so I like it. It's gonna go back on the wall, and I love to throw the Dragonfly back on the wall, but the Dragonfly is not a wall stick. It's meant to be played with, and yeah, so let's just throw that right there so you guys can see the Dragonfly and the blade. Hopefully you guys ordered your blades. I know there was a big pre-order for them, so hopefully you guys can grab one of those if you can. And they're only going to come in white. The only differences between the new blade and the old blade is they have some bigger holes at the top, and hopefully if I get one of those in, I'll be doing a sweet review and giveaway on it, so that'll be cool. So yeah, I got some stuff to coat. I gotta put the shaft back on. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with that, and gotta put the blade back on the blade back on the black shaft that I've had it on for a while. So hopefully that'll make a snazzy look. And yeah, so but that's it. So don't really have much else to show you guys. So that's it, and I will talk to you guys soon. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to ask, just either hit me up on Instagram or you can hit me up on here. Throw a comment below. Do whatever you like, and I will return to you in a timely fashion. So that's pretty much it, and talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the night. If it's nighttime where you guys are, certainly is where I am, and that's it. So maybe put the blade right. Where's it gonna look better? I don't know. This room is just definitely full of awkward lights, but yeah, I think it'll look good right here. What do you think for a final shot? Oh yeah, it's definitely looking good. Alright guys, well, if you guys have any other cool ideas for videos, or if you guys want to see something, just let me know. I'm always here to help out. So, talk to you guys soon, and peace.